was telling you I wasn't okay.
Yeah, everybody was saying you look sad.
Oh, I was like, please stop.
Are you sad?
I'm okay. Just having a little wobble and fine then.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Uh,
Julia's live.
Somebody
Becky.
just said that. We can't watch. Can anybody, is anybody on here not blocked by Julia who wants to play it on their phone if we pull you up?
Oh, yeah.
We're all blocked. We can't relay what's going on.
My friend Danny might. If Danny is, yeah.
Becca looks tired.
I am.
Oh, I think Becca looks fantastic. Hey,
I've
Tom.
So I'll go.
Franny, can you do it if we put you up? Can you, oh, I got to get Franny back up here. Do you have another way that you can show the live going on? I love
live on Instagram. Am I Julia Wandelt?
What is she on? I think she's on Instagram. I can still see it. Evie, you're not blocked? I'm not blocked, but I don't know how to do it. Jamie, you sound like me. That's hilarious. Oh, hold on. Franny said she could do it. We're just waiting. Becca, you're so pretty. Yes, she is. Hi, Mia. Auntie Julia, I love you. I love that.
Mia's so funny.
I can't watch her talk. She annoys me. Do you mean Julia? I can record it. Yeah, Candace, record it for sure, just in case we can't get it up here. I can see, but I've not got two phones. Same. I know, although I should make my son Ryan get down here and be like, Ryan, we need your phone. Can you imagine that he'll get blocked off it next? Do you think the parents are involved and got away with it?
I do.
Do you mean Madeline's parents? I don't. Becca does.
Yeah.
I've got her on my phone. Oh, Sue, do you have another phone? Like if we called you, are you able to show it? Just because we're being nosebags?
Yeah.
Julie is just saying, oh, the same things that she always does. Same story, different day. You know it, Sarah. That's usually the case. I'm switching back and forth. Oh, okay, Franny.
Did you see your live earlier?
No, somebody sent me the link though, so I could watch it.
Yeah, I've watched it. Basically, she just says that she's called Orange County, and that she's going to be speaking to them tomorrow in more detail. She says she would ask people not to hate, and not to speculate until they release a full statement.
Oh, Jamie says I got my other phone. Jamie, did you want us to pull you up and you can play it? I can see, but gosh, I love the party here better. Heather, I agree. So much better. Thanks, Jamie. Sure. Okay, we'll pull Jamie up, guys, so we can watch it. Oh, God, I go and say that, and I have no idea how to do it. Jamie, you have to request to come up because I don't know how to do it. I am so terrible with this.
He's not got enough followers. You need to have 800.
Oh, sorry, Jamie. You won't be able to then. She's talking about her sister. Like her stepsister?
Oh, or her... please, someone come in.
What? Franny says she's repeating Fia's words, sociopathy. Oh, God. Julia's mom really needs to take legal action now. Go in multi-guest.
Danny, would you feel comfortable to show us Julia's live on Instagram?
Wanting 10-year-old sister to come forward. What do you mean, Kenzie? Sharni, you're the best.
Oh, surely she's not directing anything to a little sister.
She's saying her mom allowed Peter to take her away for 8 hours.
Franny.
What is with the 8-hour drive thing? She's so fixated on that. Julie, I'm always coming into your lives. You're my fave. Thanks, Amanda. She's even saying, really, just like Fia. Oh, no. She's talking about her mom and pedos again. I can go watch the live. Yeah, maybe we don't want to watch this then, guys. Oh, there's Danny. Yeah, might need to change it 2 minutes. Okay, Danny says 2 minutes. I would do it, only I can't go live. Yeah, that's okay, Leanne. Someone needs to show us. We'll show in a sec, guys. What's Willow saying? She said if her sister said someone hurt her, she would help. Oh, she said that so many times. Becca, why is she so fixated on that 8-hour car ride? Like,
no.
That I don't understand.
Maybe something did happen to her, and it's really, really sad, but I don't think it's, appropriate for you to be talking about a little sister on Instagram Live. It's not fair. She's put herself into the limelight. Her sister has no choice. It's not fair.
Yeah. I think Maddie's parents know what happened to her. When Peter Ney was convicted, the police would have checked her family, too. Yeah. What happened? That was such big news. What do you mean, Brandon? Just like today? How do I I'm watching you and Fia. Oh, Carrie, is Fia on live right now too? Just plugging in. I'm happy to share. Okay, hold on, Danny. I don't know if I know how to, oh, Danny, I don't know how to bring you up. You'll have to request. Oh my God, guys. I'm gonna have to sit down and watch like YouTube videos on how this stuff works. Julia is live banging on about family. Wait, does Julia have a sister? It's I believe it's like a stepsister. I don't think they're related. I screen recorded a little bit for you. Thanks, Sarah. Damn, so many people on live right now. Sorry, what's going on, please? Hi, Twinkle. Awesome, Sue. So did you guys, I missed that. Did you guys say that Fia's on live too, or just Julia? Julia's live, yeah. I don't know if Fia was on or not. She's saying why her mom let an abuser and his wife take her, not mentioning it was her nanny. So, no, sorry, I meant Julia. Oh, got you.
Is it Instagram? Am I Julia Wandel or Wandelt?
Did you get your husband's phone?
No, my boyfriend, my sons.
Oh, I love it. You guys, what is it? Am I Julia? Oh, there it is. Am I Julia Wandelt? All right. Becca's on the case.
I know she's not my mother. Good boy. And not because some mothers can be, I mean, some mothers are bad. Okay, I know. But she's not my mother because I know blood type of her and of my dad and of myself. She's not my mother. And she's not a good person also. She's a bad human. First time when I asked her for the reason why she allowed them to take me for 8 hours trip, she said, I was just shocked. Okay. I believe that when someone is shocked after hearing from child about sexual abuse, okay, we get it, okay. But I believe that when someone is shocked in this type of crimes, this person probably would go to the police or maybe would hit or kill abuser. Well, yes, but from my mother's complaint from court, well, she said that, and my grandmother also said that my mother allowed this abuser and his wife to stay night and a few hours next day in her house. But why? If she found out from me about what he did to me, why she allowed them to stay night and sometime in another day in her house? Why? Tell me why. Just tell me why she allowed them. Because of what? Because she knew about it and she knew about everything? Yes, she knew. Because she's not a good person? Yes, she's not a good person. She's a bad person. And she exactly knows about it. But I'm not here to spread hateful things. I just want to say that it's very fishy. And in my grandmother's statement from court is information about how looked a day when my mother let them take me to their car and to another city. So in this statement is information. I will post the statement, but it's in Polish. You have to translate if you need English or anything. So in the statement I read information that my mother didn't say bad goodbye to him. It was like she gave him kiss in his cheek. And her saying goodbye wasn't only bye or anything. She made a very kind goodbye to Peter. Why? Why she did it? And why in my mother's statement and in my grandmother's statement too is the information that my mother was the first person who found out about it. No, it's not true. The first person was my grandmother, my mother's mother. Well, why they lied? Well, I know you don't know my mother personally, but I know her, and I want you to know that in my mother's statement is also information about 30 calls in a moment when she left house with her mother, my grandmother. They left house. I begged him to take me to this shop because they wanted to go to shop. It was a little far from house, so I begged him, please take me. I remember this moment, and I remember they cried a lot. But they didn't, and my mother agreed. My mother allowed me to. My mother allowed Peter to stay with me alone a few hours, and I called my mother 30 times according to her statement. It was her statement. I called her 30 times. And I called also, according to her statement, to her another phone, business phone. And you know what? She said in her complaint that she didn't hear my calls. And yes, it's possible for people who are used to not answer the call or make phone quiet or anything. But my mother, you don't have to believe me, but I want you to know that my mother is a person who always has her phone loud. I don't remember any day when she made her phone quiet. She is a person who is addicted to phone, and she always make her phone loud. She always has notifications turned out. So she wants to have a possibility always to hear when someone calling her or message her. Yes, because she's addicted. I don't believe her. I mean, maybe Judge believed her. I believe that Judge believed her because this Judge didn't know her personally, but I know her. I know this woman personally, and I know that she never missed any calls. She always answered the calls, or even when she doesn't answer, she always see when someone calling her. She had to see it. I don't believe that she didn't see my calls. In her statement, in her complaint, she said that she didn't hear, that she noticed it when she came back home. No way. It was a few hours. She had to see it. Why she lied? Because she exactly knew what he will do to me when she will go out with her mother. She knew. She just knew, and you don't have to believe me, but I know that. Because even when she did some bad things to me when we were in living room. Yes, me and Peter in living room, and our kitchen in mother's house was like open kitchen without doors, without walls. So how it's possible that she never saw it? It's not possible. So please don't tell me that my mother is a caring person, such a lovely woman, because she's an evil. She's not a lovely woman. She's not a supportive woman. She's monster. How she could allow someone to hurt her own child as she claiming that I'm her child. So why she allowed him to hurt me? Why? You know answer? Because I don't know answer. The only answer that I have on my mind is now she's involved. There is no other explanation for this shit behavior. No other explanation. How does she know? Well, someone asked how I was able to make Martin arrested. No, not Martin, Peter. And it was because I told about it to teacher in school. I mean, I don't remember everything, but I remember that
We're talking to show her mother.
I told the teacher, and then everything was started, like court and complaints, psychologists with opinion about me, and yes. So when my mother found out about this, as I said, she didn't do anything good. I mean, in court, she said that police officer didn't want to take complaint from her. They said that they need opinion about me and everything. Well, hard to believe, but even if it's true, maybe it is. But even if it's true, why she didn't go to police in the moment when I told her about everything what he did to me? Why? Because if some of you are mother or father or sisters, brothers, cousins, uncles, aunts, anything, whoever. If you are good people, I believe you are, would you go and report crime when your child or cousin or best friend would say that, okay, someone hurt me, someone raped me, someone molested me, someone hit me? Would you? Or would you wait and would you stay at home and wait for what? For a miracle from sky? God will come to earth and will make report or what? Sorry for this, but really? Or maybe police officer will find out by himself from, I don't know from where, because you have to say about it first to someone from law enforcement. So it's weird.
I can't believe she has her comments on.
I feel good. Someone asked me, "Are you feeling any better?" I feel good. I don't feel bad. I don't feel scared. I feel good, but sometimes, because what people say that my mother is good, my mother is helpful, my mother wants to take care of me. Jesus, you know nothing really. You don't belong. I mean, you never belong to her family, to my family, and you never saw anything what she did. She also allowed her husband, my stepfather, to hit me sometimes when I was bad to my mother, when I said something that she didn't want to listen. So, really, this is a person who is a good mother. This is a person who takes care of her child. This is a person who is good human, who is caring, who is lovely, who wants to be helpful, and really, no shit. I will never believe in this. And some people say that my mother wants to put me to the hospital. I don't know if it's true or if not true, but according to law, and I even asked today the police officer about it, according to law in Poland, it's not possible when I'm not dangerous to myself and when I'm not dangerous to people, it's not possible to force me to go there. So the only thing that she can do, she can of course go to court. She can try to put me there. Of course, yes, everybody can try. But in the legal way, she can do nothing, just nothing. Because I'm not dangerous for myself and I'm not dangerous for people. And I think that's all. I mean, the first thing that Peter Ring will do will be trying to put me to the hospital. The second thing, I told you earlier. This is a dangerous situation, and I would like to say the last thing. All people who support me, all people who hate me, to all of you, be careful. I mean, it's not a game. It's not a play with computer game or just, I don't know, it's life. And even when you hate me, but still say about it, or if you support me, you all, including me, We all can be in danger because we still talking and exposing, trying to expose pedo ring. It's not a game, it's not a game. We don't play a game now. It's life, it's real life. And these people are dangerous. Many authorities could be involved, and you have to understand that if you want to be a part of this very hard thing, you have to be careful what you are saying and what you are doing and where you are going outside or wherever. And you can laugh. Of course, you can laugh. You can try to earn money by your TikToks. Of course, I see laughing emoji. You can, of course. But I'm only asking for be careful. I don't like hateful messages. I don't like hateful people, but I do care about all of you, even when you are haters, because I'm just a human and I completely understand what is a human being. So I would like to take care of you and just be careful. And it's not a game. It's not a game, and this never was a game. It's a real life, and these people are dangerous. And for your information, me and people who are helping me found something that could be maybe not proof, but could be a thing that could tell us that Piterne and Martine really are related. We don't have a big proof right now, but we found something. So for your information, just be careful, be kind, and remember what I always said, opinion is another fact. Don't spread lies. Enjoy your time with your family, with your friends. If you have a good family, if you have good friends, you should be very happy. And I know that some people are jealous, but I don't know why. Some people saying that I had everything in my life. Well, my mother, yes, she bought many things to me, many things. What I wanted, I got it from mother. Yes, it's true, but I never got love from her. Never. So, if you have good family, if you have sister, brother, mother, father, just enjoy time with them. Be kind. Be supportive. Be a good person. Try to help people. Do some things that can help. Maybe go be a volunteer in animal shelter or children's house. Do something that is good. Not spread lies. Not spread hateful messages. Find out what is a human being. And believe in yourself. And never give up, because I think it's something important to not give up. And I will never give up. And I will find out who I am. And after I will find out who I am, I will help people. Because I found out, because of this, in the last weeks, I found out what I want to do in my life. And after everything will be done and solved, I will just live my life and do what I want to do. And I want to help people. And thank you so much for being here on this live and live, I don't know. And I hope you feel good and take care and enjoy. Bye.
Becca, you're awesome for doing that. Is your hand sore from holding it?
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say, you guys. Like, first of all, Becca, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't her mom the one that brought the step-grandfather to court?
Yeah.
That's what's on the papers, the paperwork.
I think it's really difficult because I think in Julia, Julia just wants somebody to blame. Like, you know, she has been through this abuse, like it must be like so painful, do you know what I mean? And she just wants somebody to blame.
Yes,
But
yes.
her mum, as a mother, has done everything. Like, how many like women go out to work and choose to leave their children with their mother and, you know, the mother's partner? Like, she did what she thought was safe for a child. She didn't like go out of her way to put a child in a dangerous situation. She didn't leave her with a stranger. She left her with her mother and her mother's partner, and they destroyed that choice. And it was because of their actions that Julia is where she is now. The mother then broke contact with her own mother. She doesn't speak to her mother anymore. As soon as she became aware of it, she stopped the contact. She took the person to court. She got him prosecuted. She's paid for private psychiatric care for Julia throughout the years. She's still trying to get her the support that she needs now. And she's lost her mother because of this abuse. And now she's losing her own daughter. So it is heartbreaking that Julia's life's being destroyed. But so is her mother's and everybody else around her. Like, she's also got sisters and a dad and a stepfather. What about all their lives as well? Like, it's heartbreaking, but Julia just needs the right level of care now. And these people like Fia and Sheena and whoever else, they're not helping her. Like, she needs proper, intense, like, psychiatry. She really does.
Yeah. And I see so many comments. Yes, like we all feel awful for Julia that she's experienced this and stuff, and nobody knows for sure what's true. Her mom's, not able to share her side because she doesn't want to throw Julia under the bus and make more hate. So is her mom a good mom? We don't know. But I believe that her mom was leaving her with somebody she thought was safe. It was her mother's husband. Like, her mother's husband is who did this to Julia. Like, and her mom isn't going to allow that to happen. I mean, that's crazy that her mom would allow that to happen. Especially if her mom is the one that brought him to court. Her mom was the one that pressed charges and took Julia through that whole process, according to the paperwork.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of like conflict in opinion, and Julia's just said it again then that she doesn't think she meets the criteria to be sectioned. Now, I absolutely challenge that because I really do feel like she meets the criteria to be sectioned. Like, she's quite clearly in a delusional state of mind. I question whether she's taking a medication. Like, she's going across to another country, moving in with a strange lady. She's making serious accusations that not just harming her, but like also harming the people around her. So I do think that like she's a serious risk to not only herself but to others. She is in a DID episode, yeah. I think that's dissociative identity disorder. And it does seem like she's in like maybe psychosis or sectioned. She doesn't, yeah, well, you can say that, Diane, which is like your opinion and your right to stay, but she's been sectioned various times before. To be sectioned, you don't only have to be a threat to yourself, you have to lack capacity. Well, she clearly does lack capacity because she's flown to another country with a strange lady who she then claims had kept her hostage and made her sign paperwork that she doesn't understand. So I don't know how out of capacity she could be.
You would almost think if you were Julia, you would want the help. Like, imagine how she feels inside. Like, imagine every day waking up with that trauma sitting on your chest. Like, you'd think she would want the help and seek, I don't know. This whole thing is just.
And I think that's probably how poorly she is, because I've been poorly before, like when I haven't took my medication and I've pushed people away, and in that mindset, I don't think I'm unwell. I think all them people are against me and, they're trying to make me crazy or blah, 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 because I'm not taking my medication. And, I'll push the help away, but I'm so much healthier and happier when I am on my medication, when I am engaging with services and taking the support from my boyfriends and my family. I think she's just so unwell that she thinks that she's right. I don't think she's meaning to harm her mother or to harm and cause trauma to everyone else. I'm not saying other things she's done, like, don't make her, like, a shitty person, because obviously if she has harmed an animal or done other things that, like, no, mental health illness is an excuse for that. But I
Yeah.
think when she's like blaming her mum for the trauma, I think she's just so like emotionally scarred, like
Yeah.
that
And
she's
harming herself. Like she
let
hurts
her harm
herself.
herself. Like, I think now it's like the Polish authorities really need to step in now, because her mental health is deteriorating and it's gonna have really tragic like consequences.
Thank you, Sarah.
Did you watch that, Hayley?
I was on live with After Dark about the Nicola Bully case, but I just caught the ending of it.
Yeah.
How long was the live for?
We only watched about what, a good 5 minutes.
Yeah, we didn't watch all of it. We just got told she was on. So Becca actually got a phone and we watched it on Becca's phone.
I watched the last bit of it. I just think she's full of crap, man.
I think she is, but I just think she believes it though, Hayley. I don't think she believes some things when you're like, oh, Julia, please stop. Do you know what I mean? But I think when she's like blaming her mum for like what she's been through, I think she generally like does resent her mum. I don't think she realizes that like it's not her mum's fault.
Yeah, I agree.
I think she is very jealous of her mum. I think she's
Oh,
very
yeah.
much like her mum's pretty successful, like done all these things. I think she's very angry at her mum because her mum has, finally said, I've had enough. You're not going to get the help. I'm not going to keep paying for these facilities. I'm not going to give you money for rent and drugs and everything else. I don't think for a minute she believes any of what she's saying anymore. I just don't think she can. She's too manipulative with it. She's like, I do think she's mentally ill. I think she's
Yeah.
I think when she's rambling, I think she's more likely to be on drugs than mentally ill right now.
Yeah.
You can see by the dark circles under her eyes. She sat there in a blanket. She's kind of like, I honestly think, you can see at the end of the live when all of a sudden she switches. She's like, there's people on TikTok making money off me. I just want to warn you all. We're dealing with a P ring here and all this. There's no way she's dealing with any kind of ring of any sort. It was one man. And now she's saying again, Peter Nay's related to Martin Nay. One's in prison.
I just have to interrupt you for a sec. Bev, we all know that she was abused. We've acknowledged that. But you saying her mother didn't stop it, it was her grandmother's husband. Unfortunately, these things happen to children way too often. And for you to say her mother didn't stop that is crazy. You don't know her mom. You don't know the situation. We're going with the facts and just kind of listening to both sides. And how do you know her mom didn't stop it? Why would you think her mom would know that that's going on and just let it happen? It was.
It's on a fake profile, Bev. You don't know, love.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. The only thing we know from actual court paperwork is that it was her mum stood with her in the courtroom getting the conviction of Peter Nay.
Yeah.
It was her mum that got the 15-year restraining order. Her mum has never once again spoke to the grandma again. She lost her mum that day and she lost part of her daughter that day. And it's all coming from Julia. It's all anger at her mum. We don't know anything bad about Julia's mum.
Yeah.
What did you say, Lily?
They just said, can you please get rid of her? Bev, I didn't kick you out because you're free to watch and maybe learn some new things, but I'm muting you just because you were repeatedly saying the same things again. So just letting you know, that's why I muted you. Yeah, we're all the first ones, I think, to say that we don't know what's true and what's not true. We're just going by what makes sense. And to be honest, the people that are blindly believing everything Julia says after she's talked about all the trauma she's experienced, all the mental health issues she has, just how her life is gone, all the people she thought she was, everything, you've got to take everything with a grain of salt, guys. You have to look at both sides. I'm not saying I believe her mother 100%, but I do think I believe her mother a little bit more than I believe Julia in certain situations. And the court documents prove it. Her mother is the one that brought the step-grandfather to court. And according to the mother, she broke all ties with the grandmother and the step-grandfather. If she was allowing this to happen and she was in the room when it happened, why would she have cut ties with them? She was letting them do it. I don't know.
And I know that, obviously we're concerned for Julia's mental health and Julia is very mentally unwell, but what about her mum's mental health as well? Do you know what I mean? It's not just Julia. What is this doing to the people around Julia? What is this doing to the McCanns? What is this doing to, everybody else? Do you know what I mean? You can think of Julia, but Julia's not the only person with mental health issues. Do you know what I mean? It's just got to stop now. She needs to get the right level of support, and social media is not that. Not that.
I agree. Yeah, somebody just said there's truth and lies on both sides. Absolutely. And we can't say what's true and what's not. So you shouldn't be quick to jump to either side's defense. Like, you've got to listen to both sides and kind of make your own opinion until we know facts, and we don't know facts. Like, literally no facts.
I think we have to look at the background as well of the pattern of behaviours that Julia shows, and how even since coming back from fear, we can see by the people that offer to help her are the people she turns against. The people that offer her support, like Joe, like other people on Facebook, the free lawyer, she automatically shuts them down and they become the enemy. I've seen one post where a woman says to her, you know, if you can pick to get like stable first, I would give you a large chunk of money towards your education. And Julia's reply was, F off, you bitch. You know, and then she blocked her. And it's absolutely ridiculous. I think from speaking to her mum the last couple of days, when I've asked her questions like, why don't you go to the police station and report Julia for what she said about you? And she's like, because it's my daughter. When you ask her any question like, why haven't you come out in the media and told your side of the story? She's like, because I don't want to push my daughter over the edge. Like, she's mentally unwell. Like, that's not the aim. She's not got one bit of her that is like, I'm angry, I want, you know, revenge, I want to like show people that my side of the story. All she wants is for her daughter not to end this in a situation where she's going to really hurt herself or unalive herself because she's pissed off the whole world and she can't go back.
Yeah. I know the day before Julia went to America, Julia's mum, like again what Hayley said, Julia's mum has never been malicious or like rude about Julia once to me. She's only ever said she loves her, she cares about her, etc. But the day before Julia went to America, mum sent me this like little like quote thing that like explains borderline personality disorder, and she said to me like, could you please share this with your followers to sort of explain the way Julia is, like, because it might help people to understand her a little bit. Mum hasn't got like that, like one malicious bone in her body. She just wants the people to understand that Julia is unwell, and she wants Julia to understand that she is unwell too. It's so sad.
I feel so bad for everybody involved. I really do. I can't even imagine what they're all going through, including Julia.
Julia, have you got any mods in the room?
What?
Have you got any moderators in the room?
I don't know if anyone's here. How do you tell?
I don't know if you can tell who's in here, but I think there's quite a lot of trolling that going on. But
was there
have you got anyone
going on?
I don't know. Loads of people are saying, have you got any mods? Have you got any mods? So I think there must be things being said and stuff, but I don't.
People saying nasty stuff in here.
I don't know. You're always going to get. I just think it's very crazy the way that people keep blindly believing things from someone, or even fear. But both people have got a really bad track record of telling the truth or being honest. And then people are like, yeah, but she did say that about her mum. I'm like, yeah, well, she said that she was Madeleine McCann as well, and she also said she was 5 other missing people and her boyfriend had died, but they hadn't. And I think if you make an excuse of, well, she's mentally ill, then we've got to accept that, yes, she's mentally ill and she's not to be believed right now. She's not in a stable place. The amount of people that say to me, like, why are you picking on her? She's vulnerable. And then I say, well, you know, because she needs to get help. And they're like, why does she? There's nothing that wrong with her. And she's just like, well, you can't have it both ways.
Yeah. Somebody just said that people aren't being nasty, that they're just sharing their opinion. I don't mind people sharing opinions, just do it in a respectful way.
Yeah, no.
I just made nobody a mod, I think. Somebody just said, don't mod random people. Yeah, and don't mute people, guys, if they have a different opinion than you, because I want opinions to be shared. So only mute if we've got like cursing or people telling us off. Basically. It says, Haley, ask her to make me a mod. They're being nasty to Becca. Who's being nasty to Becca?
Mod Rita, she is a mod for me and Haley.
Yeah, she's one of my mods, Rita is.
Oh my God, I think I just muted her. Rita, hold on. Oh my God, I don't know. Hey, Rita, talk. Can you talk, Rita? I think I fixed it. Is she on there?
I think my phone's working.
Yeah, go on, please. Good night.
Oh, she's not talking. Rita, did I mute you? Rita, are you live on here? Okay, she's there. Okay, we're good. Whoops. Yeah, don't be nasty, guys. If you're nasty, you get muted.
Yeah, no, I went to mod someone last night and I blocked them and I was like, who was it? I was like,
Thanks, Leanne.
is it
Why is
respectful?
mom not taking her to the hospital? Jason, her mom can't force her to go. Like she has to either want to go or her mom has to get like crazy special paperwork to make her go, and it's really hard to get. Has Julie got Becca's block hammer? What is that?
Oh, last night we were talking about I did a live last night and like loads of people coming in saying like Becca blocked me for no reason, and Becca was like, anyone who wants to be unblocked, tell me your name now and I'll unblock you. And they were like, Becca's got a block hammer, and Becca was like, I had a hard time at the time and so many people just give me shit that I just blocked them. And she was like going out unblocking people, then unblocking people. We had about 25 new followers at the end of
I
it.
think I had the wrong moderators as well, so that didn't help because they were like blocking everybody and stuff. But I've got different moderators now.
That's the hard part. Because I had my mods when I very first came on. I can't remember who it was, and I had like everything open so they could like block, mute, do all that. And now I just have my mods just have the power to mute now. Because I don't mind people being in here. I don't mind people sharing their opinions or having different opinions than me. But it's just the way you say it. And if you're coming across nasty or nasty to like people that are in the box with me, then you're gonna get muted.
Yeah.
That's the thing, like the people I've talked to over the last couple of days is I have people coming onto my comments and they're like, well, I thought you didn't like Becca, and I'm like, just shut up, like I'm not going to do it. If you see me in a box with Becca every day, there's a good chance that I'm not arguing with Becca, and I don't need it keeping beating up, or like they just constantly going for like, or people like when I put that video about you, Julie, sticking up for you, and people are like constantly messaging me like, did you see what Julie did? I'm like, obviously I back Julie. I'm on live with her every night, so I'm not the right person to be complaining about. So if you want to unblock, if you want to like block us. It's not a big deal. But I'm not going to have people picking for me. You know who I should talk to. I'll speak to you and Becca in private if you do something that I don't agree with or I don't think it's going to make you look good on here.
You're on here all the time. Like we have differences of opinions, and that's great. But we're respectful and we like each other, so that's what counts.
Someone tried to say that Haley and After Dark had fell out yesterday. Like it's so bizarre. Like,
oh, thanks, Janice. I gotta tell you, Haley, that was the first time I've ever seen After Dark with her camera on. I had no idea what she looked like.
Yeah, no, I've never. After Dark was a bit of a mentor to me when I first joined because she had over 100,000, or I don't even know how many she's got now, followers, and I literally had like 50, and she was just talking to me. We both do true crime and stuff, and then as soon as I started going live, she came live with me the first time, and then Becca said someone coming Becca's live yesterday, and I was in there watching, because I never go live in the daytime because of the kids, and then I heard someone ask Becca like, was I fighting with After Dark? I was like, let me up. I was like, After Dark was down. I'm like, we've never come close to having an argument. We don't get on all the time. Sometimes I have an opinion about someone and she's like, well, I'm not going to block them, but if they give you trouble in my room, I will. We don't agree on a lot of things, but still you just don't, all these people watching us are adults and stuff. So the fact they have to come backwards and forwards and go, Becca said something in a live, I think it might have been about you. And I'm like, I'm sat in the live, it wasn't. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, unnecessary drama, right?
Yeah, someone said that. Someone sent me a message. I've got it on my phone somewhere, but saying because I missed the first bit of Julia's live, Julia's live. I always get you both confused because it's Julie and Julia. Saying that Julia was saying something that made her sound like she was talking about the Bible, like Sheena had got to her. I need to find the message.
I did not hear that.
We didn't hear the beginning. I don't know, maybe somebody in here saw the beginning, but I don't know if she talked about going to the police station and making her report or not. We didn't catch it.
I don't know if she updated and said she had been or not, because I know earlier on she was saying about it. It says Julia
sent you clips. Vita says yes, it's true. Uh-oh.
It says Julia's latest post on Instagram. She claims that she is ready to expose the evil. Sounds familiar. Seems like Julia morphs into whoever's surrounding her. I think she's starting to show a lot of the things that she learned off of Fear. I think the way she threatens everyone, the way that she's like, you're on TikTok making money. I'm like, it's those people paying for your GoFundMe, Julia. Like, so you're not in any position to be even talking about it.
Yeah.
Her full live is up on Insta. Oh, yeah. I guess whoever's not blocked can go watch it on Insta.
I'll go have a look in a minute.
She sounds, everybody was saying she sounds like Fia today. I agree, Danny. What happened with her and Fia? They had a little bit of a falling out. They broke up. I want to get Photoshop classes from Fia. Someone was in the room with Julia.
Probably a boyfriend.
Oh yeah, maybe her boyfriend. Yeah. Yeah. And I think somebody said that certain people could comment. So maybe like people who are friends with her would be my guess.
Yeah.
Could comment because I think some people were saying Sheena was commenting and stuff on her live. Julie sounded like Thea on the live earlier. She said, "Are you serious?"
And then threatening people as well.
I just think the more that Julia does lives and the more that she comes out all this stuff, the more people are going to turn to being more sympathetic towards Thea because Thea's kind of gone a little bit quiet. She's just doing her own thing for the moment. She's probably brewing something, I imagine, with the cauldron. But Julia isn't helping herself. Like the more she comes for people, the more she talks about, there's very unlikely to be any kind of P-ring surrounding the case of Julia. It happened for a couple of month period, according to the court paperwork, in her grandmother's home, where only the grandfather and her were in the house. So the likelihood that it's now she's saying again, oh, we think it's connected to the Martin Ney again, and we found some proof, but it's not actual proof. We might show you. It's just kind of like just
I don't know what all that is. I don't know. And with her saying, I think she said it again today, that she's got like a private investigator helping her that was part of the Madeleine McCann story. From what I've heard, he's not helping her. He was looking into the Peter Ney, Martin Ney connection for Madeleine McCann. But I don't know if even that's true.
They're just two different Peter Neys. So Julia's step-grandfather is called Peter Ney. He's alive. And then Martin Ney, who's connected with the Madeleine McCann case, his father was also called Peter Ney, but he is unalive. They're two completely different people.
Yeah.
When she's saying things like because of the connection and stuff, we've all got to be really careful and it's really dangerous. We're talking about one who's in prison for life and one who's an 82-year-old man. I don't feel that they're that dangerous. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't feel like it's worth worrying about right now, especially if people are just making TikToks about it.
Well, and she's got like a 15-year ban on Peter Ney, her step grandfather. Like he's not allowed anywhere near Julia for 15 years or whatever.
Yeah, I imagine that.
And Bella is Shanina Hendrisky.
I mean, they ruled the Ney out in the case of the McCanns anyway. He's not he was looked at, but he's definitely not still a suspect in it. And she did say originally when she came out, she said she had a private detective who was working for the Madeleine McCann case who was interested in helping her. But we confirmed yesterday that there's no Julian on that team anymore. He was actually fired a long time ago, like after a couple of months of working on the case. So he's certainly got and the new account that's come on Instagram for him has like 80 followers or something. So it's very likely that account has been set up in his name with a couple of his pictures to play into the grand scheme of things. It just is all very odd.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, thanks, Franny. Yeah, I don't really trust I don't trust any of it, to be honest. I think most of this is all just a big load of BS at this point. And people need to if Julia believes these things, God love her, but she needs to start stepping up and proving it. Like why isn't she doing things to figure out what's going on if that's the case? Like why did it take her 5 days to go to the police station? Why hasn't she done another DNA on her own yet? Why isn't she accepting any help that was free from all these people that have been offering? Like it's not adding up to me. And the GoFundMe, I hate that she did the GoFundMe.
I hate it.
It hasn't been shut down.
I don't know. Somebody said it's not on her page anymore. But it's still up. Like it's up to, somebody said tonight that it's up to like 900 euros or something.
Yeah. One of the things that really annoys me is everything Julia says, like she can say two totally different things and then people just choose the one they want to believe. But like they can't both be true. Like she says her mum forced her to have contact with grandma and Peter Ney for years afterwards. But yet she says when she went and confronted him, he answered the door and said, I don't even know who you are. So why would he not recognise her? And then apparently she said, you did this to me and you were involved with Madeleine McCann and he punched her in the face. Why didn't she report that to the police and say, look, the guy that was in jail has hit me now?
I just thought that never happened. You know the way Thea was saying that 2 weeks before she came to America, she got her nose broken. Julia's family member told me that absolutely never happened.
I didn't believe that either. That was
and then she says that She said all this stuff about her mum, who was in the room when it happened, who let that happen to her, abused her for years. Why has she never made a police report against her mum then?
Yeah.
She said today on the video, like, her mum's trying to force her into some kind of facility and her mum can't do it and she can't touch her, she can't do this and that. Surely you go down to the police station and go, I don't want this woman making legal or medical decisions for me because she actually watched me get abused for years. Like, do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ursh, good point. Like, she didn't have like anything wrong with her nose when she was coming on Insta and stuff, if that had just happened. And like, she would have had black eyes and everything else. Night, Ashley. Yeah, I don't. Sue just said that it's still on her Instagram page, so I guess it's still up. What is that one? And she said she hasn't seen her grandmother on her mom's side for many years and had no relationship. Exactly. Yeah. So I tend to believe that her mom did that. That her mom was like, as soon as she found out what had happened, took her to court, dealt with it, and never spoke to them again.
Yeah, it's still up. It's up to £902 now. 902 euros.
Oh, you guys. No, Fia never did have the power of attorney. It was all a lie. That was in the text messages that Fia and Julia shared. Julia said, like, why are you telling people you have this? And Fia basically said, I just wanted to protect you when you went back to Poland. I wanted people to think that I had control and nobody could hurt you. And that's it. Yeah. I can't believe she posted all the McCann's family pics as her family pics. Oh, where?
What, today or like before when she did it?
I'm not sure. Haley, can you share Julia's previous GoFundMe where she praised her mom? Oh, yeah, I've heard that before. That sometimes she's like, I have the best mom, and
I think it might be on Sean Journo's Instagram.
Yeah, that's what I think I saw. I can dig it out if people want me to, but I don't actually have it on my phone at the moment. But I did see it from Sean Journo as well.
Okay. Has there ever been a DNA test? Raquel, apparently, thanks, Ursh. Apparently, Julia took one when she was with Fia. They took pictures of the whole process and, sent it away, and Fia got the results and posted them. But Julia is saying that she doesn't believe them because she thought it was supposed to be an ancestry one or something, and it was the 23andMe, but the pics were of the 23andMe stuff. So we don't know what's going on. Thanks, Boop. Because so many here still think. Just to say it again, because so many here still think her mom's bad. Yeah, exactly, Kelly. Yeah, she used to praise her mom and say her mom's like taking care of her and great, and now she's flipped the other way. But again, if she has mental health issues, that's part of the course, right? That's pretty norm. Yeah. Fia said it was not 23andMe. Mrs. Sherlock, Fia said that she's done 3 different DNA tests, but she just hasn't told us which ones. What's the GoFundMe for? Julia claims it's for lawyers and counseling, but both of those things are free to her in Poland, and both of those things have been offered to her for free from several people. And so far, as far as I can see, she's done neither. Like, why didn't the lawyer go with her to the police station today when she made apparently her report?
Yeah, no, someone just said in the comments about the Julia not existing until she was 5. And I did ask her mum about that today. And her mum said that she has a normal, like we get in England, like the red book, like she has a normal healthcare book, like birth to 5 years, it's all filled in properly. She's literally she was born at a hospital, seen at the hospital. She said all of that is just completely not true. Julia has her own birth book. It has all of her information in. Her dad was there at the birth. Like, all of that is just rubbish that Fia and Julia have just thrown out there to make it
she hangs on that she didn't exist till she was 5 because that's when she got her first passport when they went on a holiday to Greece, which is quite normal. My child didn't have his first passport until we went to Turkey. Do you know what I mean? A passport is not like, you don't need that to exist. Like, you have a birth certificate, you have your medical book. Do you know what I mean? Like, what more do you need? Like I said the other day, what does she need? A live stream to her actual birth? Because of that, I still don't think she'd believe it then.
Nope, she has her birth certificate, she has her hospital book, she has baby photos, and there's loads of things like with that where I asked her mum, like I asked her yesterday, I was being a bit cheeky, and I just said to her, like, this Sheena's doing all of this stuff, and I really think I could just kill what she's saying if you could just give me a baby photo of Julia at like age 2 to 3, or like 3 to 4, like Madeline's age. And her mum said, like, I've already lost my daughter in this. I'm not going to lose my memories as well, and I won't share it. She said, I don't think I will ever give a statement about this. She said, I don't think I will ever speak against her publicly. She said, I haven't up until this point. And she said, everything I'm doing behind the scenes is to help her, because I know she's not a bad kid. When I asked her mum about the neighbours, about the statement, I said, they're saying that she hurt her dog. She was like, very unlikely to me. My mum, I don't see that in her. And I said, when I asked about Fia and the photos that was apparently on the phone, she said, no way. I don't see my child ever being a part of anything like that. But like all mums would obviously deny that. But if what Julia was saying was true and her mum's like horrible, trying to get her committed, trying to get people not to believe what happened, she'd be like, well, yeah, actually, I've heard things like that before, or yeah, that's a possibility. But she was just like, no.
Yeah. Do you know what else I find funny is the blood work, how Julia was trying to say her parents weren't her parents based on the blood types, but she said she got the blood types off the birth certificate, but she supposedly has never seen the birth certificate. So like, how does she see that then?
Blood types are never a birth certificate anyway. And when I spoke to Julia's mum yesterday, she said that she doesn't know what her own blood type is. Her mum doesn't know. And she said, I don't even know what my ex-husband is. She said, I know what Julia's is because she's been in hospital so many times. And I said to her, like, I don't know what mine is or my kids because I've never needed to know. Like, I just don't. And then she was like, exactly, that's what I'm saying. She's like, when she put all that stuff up, she said, for a minute, I thought, where could she have possibly got that information from? Because I don't know it. And she said, and now I think she's just researched what blood types can't work and it's just her latest story.
Yeah. Somebody just said maybe it's in her health book. I'm not sure. I don't have health books here, so I have no idea.
Her mum did say, like, if she'd got the blood types from anywhere, it would have to have been the birth book thing. But she said Julia's dad is her dad and I'm her mum, so there's no way that that's what it says. That it's not a possibility. So I just think it's something where Julia's looked online or her and Fia and have gone, oh yeah, you can't have two parents like that and make that child, and she's gone, that's what they are.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know any of my blood type. I don't know my kids. I don't know mine. I have no idea.
Somebody said, what's a health book? It's just like we have it in England as well, and they have it like across Europe. It's just like a medical records book that you have like throughout childhood to like, is it teens, Hayley? And it's just like your weight and then like important milestone meetings with like
all your injections, your weight.
Yeah.
Where you're born, any like if you've had your heel prick test, like it just basically from 0 to 5, whenever you go and see a midwife, a health visitor or the doctor, you always take it and it kind of lets you know where they are on their growth kind of journey.
Yeah, we don't have that in Canada. Our stuff's all just on a computer system somewhere or in our doctor's files, but we don't have them.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, we do have, like, I've got 3 children, they've all got the big red book.
Yeah.
Somebody just said, are you being paid to still keep this relevant? Yeah, no grain, Ryan. No, we are not. I wish. No. Julia texted Fia that her blood is O positive before she met with her. Yeah, I have no idea. Poland's really strict about vaccination. There's a record of them. Yeah, Danny, they have like, we are too here. Like we have a record of them, but they're in like our doctor's files. Like we don't keep our own records. We don't have any of that ourselves.
No, it's
Julie, can we access our medical records in Canada online or just if you request? Good question, Kales. I don't know. I know like my doctor's office has them. Like if I wanted them, I could call my doctor's office and ask for something like a letter, but I don't know. I don't think there's anything online where we could request.
I don't know.
Julia said tonight her mom was in the room, then said she was shocked at finding about the essay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's 2 different stories. And saying like her mom was in like the same room in the kitchen part and her step-grandfather was doing this to her on the couch and that she thought her mom knew, like it just doesn't sound right.
Yeah, from what I can work out from the mum about how she found out, because it's very hard to ask a mum constantly questions about that. She has admitted it happened. She has said it's the hardest time in her life and Julia's, and she feels guilty because she didn't know, like any mum would, no matter what happens to your kids, you always feel bad. From what I can work out, Julia had told a teacher at school who informed her mum, but I haven't doubled down on that and said, can you definitely check me if that's right? Because I just, at the time, she was very much like, it was the first time I'd ever spoke to her. I was trying to get a couple of like to see if what I was saying was true before I kept like bigging up her story, and I wasn't sure. Because the last thing I want to do is go against that subject and then be like, oh no, I was fooled or it wasn't correct. But from what I can work out, like ever since that day, she's done everything she can and always excuses things Julia does herself because of that. Yes, she was an SA victim, and it was at her grandmother's house. It was her grandmother's new husband at the time, and Julia's mum was working a lot. She was doing a psychology degree, so she was dropping Julia there in the morning, picking up in the afternoon. I don't think from the dates that it's possible that Peter Ney could be Julia's dad as well. I don't think he's been around that long, from what I can work out.
Yeah.
But I just think.
Olivia just asked who's talking to Julia's mom. So Haley has been, and Becca has as well. How do they know? How do they now claim that Julia's parents aren't her real parents? How does who claim that? Julia's saying that, but I don't think anyone else is. Becca is
Haley speaking to Olivia.
I thought he left out without any glasses today. Look at Becca rocking glasses.
My eyes keep going so blurry, like I need to wear them more.
Yeah.
Costco's, yep. Costco cheaters. Has his mom got to comfort her? Sheena says her parents aren't. Oh, that's Sheena, though, guys. What does Sheena know?
Well, they're basically now saying the DNA was forged or it's not the correct DNA results. They're just literally just refusing to believe the results.
Yeah.
Hi, After Dark.
Hello.
You okay?
I am. Excuse my child. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. I was saying today, I think it's the first time I ever saw you have your camera on when you were on with Haley. I had no idea what you looked like.
I thought I'd, you know.
That. I'm like, oh my God, it's After Dark.
It's me.
Yeah. It's her.
Yeah, sometimes I do show my face. I thought I'd better do. What I might do as well, Haley, is download the recording because it was quite a good one. And then if you want to upload it anywhere, then you can.
Yeah, no, it was a good one tonight, actually. Yeah, I liked it tonight. Apart from I kept losing my bloody internet and I didn't plug my phone in properly and I kept disappearing and coming back.
And you kept muffling up.
I know, yeah. Something right with it.
Yes, Raquel, the step-grandfather did spend time in jail. He has a record now because of the SA.
Yeah, he paid compensation, he served time in jail, and he got a 15-year restraining order.
Yeah, that's... Oh. And do you guys know, when was the 15 years? When did that start?
So I take it by the time the court case had gone through, she'd been 8 or 9 years old, I think. So I think that will be up round about, 24? Yeah. So another 3 years, possibly.
Okay.
That would be my guess without looking at the paperwork again, because I've never been asked that question. But I think from what I can figure out, it'd be around that time. So she's probably got maybe 2 to 4 years left on the restraining order.
Yeah.
Haley, did you ask her mum about pregnancy? I didn't ask her mum for a pregnancy photo, and the reason I didn't is because by the time I spoke to her mum and by the background we've got with Julia's lies and everything else, I think it'd be a real liberty for me to say to her mum, I want to see pictures of you pregnant, because there is no reason or no way in this world with the DNA that I have any right to demand photos of her mum pregnant to back her.
My eldest is nearly 14 and I don't have any pictures of myself pregnant with her. I don't think I even have pictures of myself pregnant with my 10-year-old. I do with the baby because social media is like so different now, do you know what I mean? That like I was taking pictures of my bump every day. But like Julia's 21, like 2 decades ago, I don't think that was a thing to take like pregnancy pictures.
No, I don't think I've got any.
My mom pregnant. That's all I know of is one.
When I gave birth to my 16-year-old, I actually got so fat that I looked like Meatloaf, the singer. And the last thing I
seen that before.
I was born the other day.
The last thing I was was photographic evidence. I remember my sister's got one photo of me on the gas and air in the hospital, and I think like my brother was singing like I'd heard like one of his songs, and I literally looked just like him but fatter. And I still didn't remember it.
I had the biggest belly you have ever seen. My oldest was 10 pounds 11 ounces and my youngest was 10.8. Like my stomach was like ginormous, so I get it. Oh my God.
How tall are you?
What?
How tall are you?
5'11".
Are you? Wow.
Yeah.
I would have guessed that.
My sister-in-law though is 5'6", I think, And her oldest was 10 pounds, 4 ounces. She blames my brother, but
Yeah, my middle was 10.5 and I'm only 5'4".
oh, see?
Yeah.
No room for anything in there.
Mine were all about £8.7, but my youngest has got a head like a pineapple. I thought I was going to die giving birth. Not anymore.
What's the heaviest baby you've delivered after dark?
You are?
What's the what's the heaviest baby you've delivered?
What, me personally or of someone else's?
Yeah, no, like of someone else's.
I think my biggest was like in the 9s.
Really?
I've not delivered like a huge one.
Yeah. I remember when I had my middle child, all the midwives were coming in to have a look at him because he was that big.
Same. Yeah. It's not normal, eh, Becca? And they didn't have any clothes for him. Like, you know how they always give you like the little newborn outfit? They were like, we have nothing that fits him. Sorry.
So did you have the pregnancy diabetes?
I had to get tested for it, but I passed. It was negative.
Wow, you must just have big babies.
My uncle was 11, so I think my family on that side just must have like ginormous kids or something.
That woman who gave birth to 14 pounds.
What?
Like a toddler then.
Oh my God. Well, when I had my oldest, I was in like a shared room and the gal next to me had a 6-pound little girl. And the nurses were like, can we wheel them together? So they like pushed the carts over and I started crying. I was like, I didn't have a baby. Like Alex looked massive.
I got a man.
Yeah.
I've delivered teeny tinies. Yeah, little teeny ones.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't have a teeny baby. I love teeny babies. Somebody just said 9'10". Oh, my daughter was 3 pounds. Katie, just like a little baby.
My niece was born really early. I think she was like 10 weeks early, and she was just over 3 pounds. She could just like fit in the family.
Oh, someone just beat me. Someone said that their baby was 10 pounds 12.
Whoa.
Crazy.
Yeah, I always thought mine was quite big. Like mine were 8'6", 8'7", and 8.
Those are good sized babies.
They just like 5'6".
5'6".
Yeah.
All mine were in the 8s.
Yeah, they're good sized babies.
I'm only 5'1". I'm tiny.
Oh, are you?
I'm just a bit.
I'm trying to say you were tiny.
I can tuck you under my armpit.
Yeah, I have to look up at everyone. It's really not fair.
I look down at everyone. I hate that too. It's not good.
Oh, my baby was pregnant. He was 1 pound 11.
1 pound 11. Mine were all tiny. Oh, why was Julie saying be careful? At the end of it, she kind of gave a little lecture that everybody needs to be careful because of pedal rings and just watch where you're going and who you're talking to and stuff like that, I guess.
What I find really bizarre about that is she does these lives where she calls her mum a trafficker, a P, and all this, and then she preaches kindness and not to send hateful messages. And I think the one person you've ever had in your life, like, no matter, she's obviously not perfect, she's probably made mistakes, but not on that level. How do you say these things about fear, say all of these like over the top things, and then come out and go, be kind, I'm warning you? It's just like crazy. It's like, have you not lived the last couple of months and seen all the things you've done?
Well, the other thing she was saying too, Haley, was she was saying like, I respect other opinions. You're allowed to have another opinion, and going on about that. And I was like, I call false because you blocked me when I told you I didn't like your GoFundMe. So she does not want you to have another opinion. She does not like that. Oh my God, all the little babies.
I have 11 kids ranging from 26 to 6. Wow.
Renette. Oh my God. I have 2 and I'm spent.
Yeah, I've got 3 and that's enough for me.
Oh, seriously.
The Radfords have got 22, haven't they?
Wow.
Yeah.
Julie believes the records of the blood type, but not her actual birth certificate. Yeah, good point. Yeah, why does she believe that, but not the birth certificate? Good question. I have 3 and 4 grandchildren. Cotton. Oh my God. Ruth has 7. From 35 to 17.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Yes, serotonin. I'm around kids constantly. I have 19 in my class this year. I've got one and that was enough. I stuck to dogs after that, right? I had to make myself have my second. After one, I was like, I am done.
Yeah, no, I am.
Oh,
I wasn't going to have them long.
I love my fur babies. I have 2 fur babies, 2 cats. Becca loves cats.
I don't like them neither.
No.
I get so awkward when people show me them. I'm like, oh.
I know. The other night when we were on live, guys, my cat was here, and I was like, "Oh, this is my cat," and Becca's like, "Oh," I'm like, "Sorry, I can't make you hate them." She's like, "Yeah, I do." You gotta figure out how to react when someone shows you them. You're like, "Oh,
So
that's
awkward. I was like, oh.
that's a really nice cat." Yeah.
No, I was on live once. I think Becca was in the room, and someone showed me one of those hairless cats,
Oh,
and my reaction was like, "What the f is that?" And they were just like, "Oh no, he's dead now. He died since." And I was like, "For God's sake!"
Oh no.
But there's nothing worse to me. Like a cat with hair is bad enough, but you make them bald, and I'll just leave the country. I'm not having that.
See, I put a picture up of a cat last night as well.
The one I sent you.
Yeah,
It
like,
looked like
and it was just like in the sink, all soggy. I didn't get it.
it looked like it had emerged from the plug hole. It was the ugliest cat you've ever seen.
Oh, Cotton, sorry about that. My sister's 10 years younger than me. We have a 10-year difference there too. I love Sphinx cats. They're my plans for when kids grow up and leave. I've got 4 kids, age 43 to 32. Lizzie, adults. Think it was a Persian cat. Oh, Persian cats are gorgeous.
The one that was in the sink.
I'm not sure. Same with the hairless dogs. I don't think I've ever seen a hairless dog.
I have.
A hairless dog?
Mm-hmm.
A hairless dog, they said.
No.
Yeah, it has to have all the fur shaved off. It can't have long fur, but you can leave a little bit on the end of the tail. And I think the one I saw had.
Maybe I have seen that.
Yeah, they're
like
weird.
ratty looking.
Yeah, they're weird.
Raquel's 50 tomorrow, you guys. Happy 50th tomorrow, Raquel.
Woohoo!
I'll be there in 3 more years. My brother has a hairless dog. What did that say? Chinese something it's called. Ooh. I think the hairless are Chinese. I'm going to have nightmares, Sharni says. I'm going to need pictures of the hairless dogs.
The look of disgust on Becca's face. I know, sorry, I can't hide my feelings.
The look at you.
Your mouth says one thing, but your face is like.
Yeah.
Chinese crested, it's called. I'm going to have to look that up. I've never heard of it.
No, I hate moths.
I think I might have seen it. Chinese crested. Yeah, everyone's saying that. You're welcome, Raquel. I hope you have an awesome day tomorrow, Lovey. 50 is a good
I'm going to get off, ladies, because I've got to give myself a curfew. 11:30. I'm doing really, really good.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go as well because I've got school run in the morning and I need to be.
That's why I'm late. Back to school tomorrow.
Yeah. All right, ladies.